Welcome back to Elite Rentals. I'm James Corwell. Today we're looking at top 5 yacht charter destinations in Turkey 2026 guide. Subscribe for more yacht charter insights, link in the description. Turkey is one of the most rewarding cruising grounds in the Mediterranean. You get sheltered bays, ancient ruins at the water's edge, and friendly marinas that make logistics simple. In this 2026 guide, I'll cover the 5 destinations that consistently deliver great charters. I'll also recommend real yachts at different price points, with quick specs and what they're best for. Along the way, I'll share practical tips on winds, moorings, and local etiquette so your week flows smoothly. Before the list, a quick note on timing. From my experience, May, June, September, and early October are the sweet spot. Warm water, reliable weather, and fewer crowds. July and August are peak season. Bays are lively, but the Meltemi wind can be stronger in the Aegean, especially around Bodrum and further north. If you plan to add Greek islands, we'll factor in customs formalities and routing so you don't lose time. Let's count down the top 5. At number 5, Istanbul and the Prince's Islands. This is the most unique add-on to a Turkish charter, especially if you're flying in or out of Istanbul. The Bosphorus is one of the world's iconic waterways, with Ottoman palaces and modern architecture on both shores. For a weekend or a 2-night prelude, you can cruise past the waterfront mansions, then head to the Prince's Islands for a quieter anchor overnight. A detail worth noticing. Speeds are limited on parts of the Bosphorus, and there are security exclusion zones near bridges and palaces. Your captain will time transits for smooth passages with the current. Where to moor? Ataköy Marina and Viaport Marina, Tuzla, handle larger yachts. Kuruçeşme has premium mooring for day stops. The Prince's Islands, like Büyükada and Heybeliada, offer charming anchorages and small-town restaurants ashore. Dress modestly for mosque visits and expect to remove shoes inside religious sites. A real yacht, well suited to an Istanbul long weekend, is Merv, an Azimuth 98 Leonardo at 29.9 metres. She's a fast-planing motor yacht with a comfortable main deck saloon and great exterior lounging space. Expect around $49,000 to $56,000 per week in high season, roughly $53,000 to $60,000 plus expenses. Key strengths: a shallow draft that's helpful near city anchorages and enough speed for efficient day hops between the Bosphorus and the islands. Why it fits here: Istanbul is about sightseeing and short runs, so a responsive, comfortable platform like Merv gives you maximum time on deck and ashore. Most first-time charterers don't realise how enjoyable a 2-night Istanbul segment can be before heading south for a week on the turquoise coast. Next on the list, at number 4, Kaş and Kokova. This is the most atmospheric section of coastline for history lovers and snorkelers. You have the sunken city of Kokova, stone foundations visible under crystal water, plus the hilltop fortress at Kadıköy with views across the bay. The anchorages are smaller and more intimate than Bodrum or Göcek, and the water clarity is excellent. What to expect? In settled weather, anchorages like Tusain Bay and Karalos are stunning. Environmental regulations protect sensitive areas, so you'll find mooring lines or set stern lines to the rocks rather than dropping anchor on seagrass. Tender access is everything here. Your crew will take you ashore for hikes, local mez lunches, and swims over ruins. A small tip: bring reef-safe sunscreen and light-soled shoes for rocky shorelines. A yacht that pairs beautifully with this region is Regina, a 56-metre sailing yacht built by Prova Yachting. She's well known for her classic lines and expansive teak decks, 6 cabins for up to 12 guests. Typical rates are around $80,000 to $95,000 per week in season, approximately $87,000 to $103,000 plus expenses. Key features: vast exterior lounging, excellent stability under sail, and a style that feels completely at home along this historic coast. Why it works here? The area often has breezes strong enough for relaxed sailing, and Regina's layout makes lazy afternoons at anchor feel special. From my experience, families who want culture and calm water love this section of Turkey. Regina delivers that unhurried, timeless feel. Now, moving to number 3, Marmaris and the Datça Peninsula. This is the perfect middle ground. Superb marinas, easy provisioning, and a coastline that alternates between pine forests, beaches, and ancient sites. Netzel Marina in Marmaris is a reliable start or finish with good technical support if you need it. From there, I like to cruise west along the peninsula to Bozucale, the ancient citadel of Lorima, and then up to the headland of Knidos, one of the most dramatic anchorages in Turkey. Practical notes: this stretch is excellent for a mixed group. Those who want spa days and shops will enjoy Marmaris, and those who want quiet days at anchor will love Bozburun and Söğüt. If you plan to cross to the Greek island of Symi, factor in passports and customs clearance at a port of entry on both sides. We recommend doing this in the morning to keep your day free on the water. For this region, consider Serenity 2, a 40-metre motor yacht by Mengi Yay. She accommodates up to 12 guests and typically charters around $130,000 to $140,000 per week, about $142,000 to $153,000 plus expenses. Key features: a comfortable sun deck with jacuzzi, generous interior volume for a 40-meter yacht, and the craftsmanship of a respected Turkish yard. Ideal for local service and support. Why it fits: Marmaris and Datça combine scenic anchorages with some longer transits. Serenity offers a smooth ride, lots of deck space for sunset dinners at Bozucale, and a practical platform for a cross-border day to Simi if you choose to include it. A detail worth noticing is how her layout suits multi-generational groups. Quiet corners for reading, plus big tables for long meals. If you're thinking about planning a charter, Elite Rentals can help. We build custom itineraries that match your pace, cultural stops, beach days, and the right mix of marinas and anchorages. The link is in the description. At number 2, the Bodrum Peninsula. Bodrum blends 5-star marinas with a lively dining scene and a coastline of bays that are easy to string into a week-long route. Yalovak Marina is a key hub for large yachts with excellent shore facilities, and Bodrum town gives you the Castle of St. Peter and the Museum of Underwater Archaeology. South of Bodrum, places like Orak Island and Aquarium Bay deliver classic clear water swimming. Weather note: the Meltemi can freshen in July and August from the northwest. A simple tip is to plan upwind legs earlier in the day and save downwind bay hopping for the afternoon. Your captain will anchor in coves with natural protection, often with a stern line to the rocks to keep the bow into the breeze for comfort. A standout ultra-luxury option here is Geeko, a 55-meter Admiral delivered in 2020. She charters from roughly $335,000 per week in high season, around $365,000 plus expenses. Geeko is known for her elegant beach club and expansive deck spaces, plus a well-curated toy selection that's ideal for Bodrum's calm mornings. Why she deserves a place here: Bodrum's mix of marinas and scenic bays lets you enjoy yacht life in full. Beach club mornings, long lunches on the aft deck, then dinner ashore at a waterfront Mayhane. From my experience, guests who want a classic med, see and be seen vibe love Bodrum, and Geeko delivers that upscale open-air experience. A small tip: Turkey enforces sensible personal watercraft rules. Your crew will brief you on where jet skis are allowed and the distance to keep from swimmers and the shoreline. If you're interested in drone footage, let us know in advance. Permits and no-fly zones apply in parts of Bodrum and near heritage sites. Now for number 1, the Göcek and Fethiye Gulf. This is Turkey's most forgiving cruising ground for a relaxed, family-friendly week. The bays are close together, water is turquoise and calm, and there's a near-endless choice of anchorages. Sarsala, Bedirami Bay, Cleopatra's Bath, Hammam Bay, and the 12 Islands. You can spend a full week here without long passages, and the scenery changes each day. Marinas, Dimaren, Göcek, and Göcek Village Port are reliable bases with all the essentials. Many bays have shore restaurants with wooden jetties and laid moorings, so you can step off for grilled fish and mise right at the waterline. Most first-time charterers don't realise how simple mooring is here. Your crew will pick up the line, set the stern line if needed, and you're secure for the night. Let's wrap with a few 2026 planning insights that apply across Turkey. Charter costs in the Mediterranean are typically quoted as a base rate plus expenses. You'll have an advanced provisioning allowance, usually around 30% of the base rate, to cover fuel, food and beverages, harbour dues and incidentals. Unused APA is returned at the end. Crew gratuity in this region is usually 10 to 15% of the base rate, adjusted at your discretion. Local taxes and port fees vary by route. We'll outline those clearly in your proposal. On paperwork, if you plan to combine Turkey with a Greek island or two, such as Simi from Datça or Kos from Bodrum, your captain will manage passports, port police and customs stamps. A small tip here: bring the physical passports to the bridge the night before a cross-border day so the crew can prepare the documents and minimise delays. On daily rhythm, an easy pattern is breakfast while cruising an hour or two to the next bay, a long swim with water toys, lunch on board in the shade, a nap or a paddleboard session, then a late afternoon cruise to a dinner jetty. If you love shore dinners, tell us early. We'll pre-book the better jetties in popular bays. Turkey's food is ideal for yacht life: light mise, grilled fish and plenty of fresh salads. Now, as promised, here are the 5 real yachts we referenced today, with quick reminders on why they're strong options in Turkey. Merve. Azimut 98 Leonardo, 29.9 metres, about $49,000 to $56,000 per week, roughly $53,000 to $60,000. Best for fast, comfortable day hops and city plus coast itineraries. Entry luxury with a premium feel. Regina, 56 metres by Prover Yachting, around $80,000 to $95,000 per week, roughly $87,000 to $103,000. Best for relaxed sailing and a classic atmosphere along historic coasts like Kekova. Serenity, 40 metres by Mengi Yai, About $130,000 to $140,000 per week, around $142,000 to $153,000. A balanced choice with ample deck space, a jacuzzi, and strong local support. Geeko, 55 meters by Admiral. From roughly $335,000 per week in high season, around $365,000. Modern beach club living ideal for bodrooms, marinas, and coves. Optasia, 85 meters by Golden Yachts, typically $800,000 to $1,000 per week, around $870,000 to $1.8 million. A resort-level platform that pairs well with tender access to Göcek's intimate bays. A couple of small operational notes for Turkey. First, mooring lines and stern lines are common. Your crew will brief you and handle everything. But it's helpful to know you'll often back onto a jetty with the bow secured to a line. Second, Turkey's blue flag bays emphasize environmental care. Use provided moorings where available, and your crew will manage waste and grey water responsibly. Finally, water toys are regulated. Your crew will set up safe areas and ensure compliance with local rules. Most important, pick the pace that suits your group. If you want a quieter week, focus on Göcek and Fethiye. If you want nightlife and shopping, build around Bodrum. For culture, add Kaş and Kekova. And if you love city energy, add a 2-night Istanbul chapter before or after your coastal week. We'll connect the dots so the logistics feel effortless. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to plan your charter, visit Elite Rentals using the link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe for more yacht insights.